but it's art. This is not what we're drawing. This is something I did earlier. I just open more side purposes. I need to actually get my reference. So I figured I would do that by waiting to see what happens. This is still kind of a test stream. Second stream I was Alright, so today, doing a headshot, Power Ranger, not your standard Power Ranger, but your red, and a while back I did yellow, and there was almost no reference for it. Music is too loud, really? I have it super quiet, I thought. I could barely hear it. How about now? Can you hear it at all? I can't hear anything I'm saying. That's weird. Hello? Yo. No, I know. Can you hear? Is it fine now? Can you hear the music at all now? Cool. There should be just barely a little bit of music you can almost hear in the background. Okay. Do you like that? Yeah. I guess it wasn't matching what I heard in my headset. But anyway, yeah, there was not a lot of reference before, but now the characters have been put in the comics and a few other things, so there is a little more reference. So again, I am collecting that in preparation. Alright, we're going to get going in just a sec here. Working on Hyperforce Red today. That is just a holding place file for the background. And I'm quickly gathering some reference offline. You could go to your name, Arizuki says. You can go to your name dashboard on Twitch to tag your stream with some categories if you want. Oh, I've tagged my stream, but thank you. I gave it plenty of tags. Art, that was it. No, I think I did Power Rangers and a few other things. I'm going to be doing a headshot, so I'm trying to specifically see if I can find some images of a helmet here. And I do have the music on in the background, so if it's too loud, let me know. I think I got it figured out now. Yeah, the Hyperforce Rangers have been brought into the comics, so there's a little bit more reference. But I do feel like... Oh, you don't see my tags? I don't know, maybe I'll have to mess with that later. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it while I'm in the middle of other stuff. But I definitely put tags on, for sure. Maybe they don't show up. Maybe they're just secret tags. Like they help with... the ones I'm talking about, I think, help with searching. I guess you're talking about more display tags of like, hey... Look at me, I'm a taggy man. Alright. We are talking about different things, okay. Actually, I could just erase both of these folders right now. This is Photoshop 2019. I was using CS3 until about a month ago, and then I switched to, well, I tried Clip Studio, didn't love that, and then, sorry, I'm trying to look for the merge, I don't even see it. I was using Clip Studio, didn't love that, and then I switched to the newest version of Photoshop, which is CC18 at the time, and then I just switched to 19 like a few days ago, so I'm a little bit rusty with some of these shortcuts and stuff. Delete her face, I'll merge this, delete that. I'm not in love with some of the references I'm finding. I'm going to give it another minute to find a few more references before I get going. I thought there'd be more now that it's in the comics and stuff, but... Let's see. Actually, I'm finding some decent reference looking at cosplay. There's been one or two people who have cosplayed Hyperforce Red already. Alright, I think this will have to do it. Just saving them to a folder so I can find them real quick. Having trouble saving these for some reason because I'm grabbing weird images that are all different formats. Usually with a a television Ranger, it's a lot easier, especially with my Morphin and stuff like that. All right, so let me open up my reference folder. Can you guys see? If I pull this over here, can you see it? Yeah, there's not a lot to look at. I like it. Got some lightning, some Power Rangers lightning from Aruzuki. Thank you very much. It's a good way to power on, to morph it up, to blast the energy through, and begin getting ready. That's what you should see is Photoshop right now. I just, I couldn't remember if I had it set to just capture Photoshop or capture the whole monitor. So if I wanted to show something on the monitor, like if I pull this over here, if you see my folders with my other images in them or not. Not that I need to show something right this second, but I just thought I might need to. Oh yeah, I see it. When I pull it over, I could show it, so that works. Hyper red. What? I just thought I just saved this to hyper red. Oh, I saved. Haha! I saved all my Hyperforce red reference accidentally. What the? Oh, I have a Power Rangers openings playlist open on YouTube, and I guess it was from another country because it sounds like there's a little bit of Spanish or something at the end of it there. Okay. But yeah, I gotta move these to another folder. Goots. So, yeah. Move this over. Okay. Now I'm gonna reach over here, pull my Cintiq monitor over. I'm mainly drawing a Cintiq. I mean, I do traditional too, but for this kind of stuff, it's a lot easier. Triple Cat. Whoa. Whoa, Triple Cat. I approve. And it's from Aruzuki. Those are special Triple Cats you can only get if you subscribe to her channel. Right. So, let me make a new layer. And what I like to do is start with a non-black color. And I like to use default brushes whenever possible, so if I'm on a different computer somewhere, I don't have to worry about my personal brushes. I'm going to lower the opacity to 75. Bring it up to, I don't know, 81, which is way bigger than I need to, but this is like a super rough just to get a pose positioning. I'm going to zoom out a little bit too here. So we're just doing a headshot, if I didn't say that. I've been doing a lot of Power Rangers headshots in preparation for Ranger Stop, which is coming up in just under 2 weeks in Orlando, Florida. I will be tabling there. My goal was to have at least one headshot print of every Ranger actor that's going to be there, and there's going to be, I don't know, like 15, 20 Rangers. I have succeeded in that, but some of the actors do multiple characters, multiple helmets or whatever. So my next goal was to get all the characters of all of them. That is not going to happen. Everybody, I have one for at least everybody there. A few doubles. This is going to count as a double because Peter Sidarso is Ninja Steel Blue, but he's also Hyperforce Red, which is what I'm working on now. I already have his Ninja Steel Blue ready. And I think I'm going to do more or less a straight-on shot since he's the leader. I tend to plan these out thinking eventually I'll do the whole group, and so if they were lined up together, and the leader's usually in the middle. It doesn't have to be looking straight ahead, but it just usually works out that way. Maybe I'll have him looking down a little bit. Sometimes do a little down, a little up, whatever's. A little schmuggles. Those aren't words, but that's okay. I accidentally closed that window I was just looking at. My main reference window I accidentally just closed. There it is. I opened it up again. They are best cats, I agree. Okay, he's got a little bit of a collar thing. I think it's just black on his neck there. I do want to get a little bit of the shoulders. He's in shape, but he's not huge. He's thinly muscular, lightly muscular, lithe. He is, I don't know what you call it. And then he's got a little bit of a design cut in here. And they all the Hyperforce Rangers have these sort of metal pads on their shoulders, I guess similar to maybe Overdrive. Overdrive, yeah, I think they all have it. At least some of them have it. All right, I think that helmet needs to be bigger. I'm just gonna scale the whole thing up a little bit, move it down so the helmet doesn't fall off too much. And then I think I made the helmet a little too narrow, so I'm just gonna grab this, squat it. Oops. See, they changed it where it used to be if you held shift, it would keep all the proportions. Now you have to hold shift to not keep, no, shift to not keep the proportions. So if you want to squash and stretch, you have to hold shift when you move it. So I squatted it up a bit, and then, oops. And then I want to just enlarge the whole thing slightly. The beauty of working digital. All right, that works okay. So that'll be my rough layer, and then I'll take the whole thing down to 25%. And now we'll do another rough layer. Now this will either be what I call quote-unquote pencils, even though I'm not drawing pencils, but I'm just used to comic book stuff, because that's how I was trained to work. I'll bring this down to, excuse me, 30 something, which is still bigger than I'd like. Actually, maybe even a little bit bigger. Sometimes I end up doing 3 layers, which would be the rough layer, a pencil layer, an ink layer. Sometimes I do 2 passes on the pencil layer, and I think that's what I'm going to do this time. Especially because I've never drawn this helmet, and I've barely seen it, because again, it's not on a television show, it's a Twitch stream of a tabletop role-playing game, and they have since put in the comics and given it visuals, but primarily I'm looking at the actor who is not wearing a helmet in real life, so there's no familiarity, even different views. I have to look, kind of extrapolate a lot of the data from fan art, and like I'm looking right now at a helmet, and I'm not sure if it's here, I'll show you. See, that's the helmet. And I'm not sure if it's like a 3D object or a 3D created object. Hey, Mash. Thanks for causing trouble. Mashadar is troublemaker. Wait. Is somebody else? Oh, there are other people streaming. Oh no, there's a piece of poop running away from Arazuki in the emotes. I don't think that's what it actually is, but that's what it looks like to me. So I decided that's what it will be. Yeah, this helmet's it's red and it's a lion, but it's got kind of a narrow snout compared to some of the other lion helmets I've seen. Yeah. Oh, it's a table flip? No, I like it better when I think of it as poop running away. Like, I'm so angry, I'm gonna poop. And the poop's like, I'm out of here. I don't want you to poop me. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do another pass, because I'm just trying to figure out like the details and stuff. I'm probably getting the proportions a bit wrong. So obviously it'll get at least one more pass to give it like clean line inks, but it might even need another one to get ready for the clean line inks, because I don't want to be worrying about you guys. Oh, I've unlocked 2 achievements, like clockwork, and 1 more. Let's see what they are. You stream for 2 unique days. That's yesterday and today. And then reach 3 average viewers in the last 30 days. That's today and yesterday. So thank you guys for helping me reach the average of 3. Okay. The visor. That's the one thing. All Ranger helmets have a big black visor in the middle. Even Zeo that has like odd shapes. Some have mouths, some don't have mouths, some have animal themes, whatever, but they've all got some kind of visor, which, I was thinking, as I'm saying it, it's probably a practical thing, because there are actors in the suits and they need to see out of something, so no matter how crazy everything else gets, they need to be able to see out of a visor. Although Kamen Riders also have actors that need to see out, but they'll sometimes forgo the visor and have some sort of color, which I guess then has either double-sided transparency from the inside even though it's color, or they'll have like small holes cut into it if it's like more of a plastic material. But I'm not doing any right now. He says that because he has no idea how average... Oh no, I imagine it is hard, but I'm just saying I don't think my average of 3 really counts, since this is my second stream, and yesterday and today I happen to get people, mostly who I know, watching. I doubt I'll keep this up for a month if I keep streaming. Alright, it's not too bad. Oh, ears. That's the other thing, like I was saying, like it's a lion, and sometimes they'll have like, oh, ears and eyes and claws and fangs and everything, and other times it'll just be like the eyes, and that's how it's a tiger so, or a lion, whatever. You know what I'm saying. This guy's got some going like that. All right, not too shabby. I do think I need to elongate this bottom part a bit. The jawline, even though I'm having it tilted down, there'd be a bit of foreshortening. Bring it down, and then I will use control to squinch it in a little bit because I want it to be longer, but it should point in. Oops, I let go too soon. That got weird. There we go. Okie doke. And there we go with the neck. Wow, I've been listening to the Power Ranger theme song. We're already up to Samurai. Goes quick. Especially when it's not like a full song, it's just a theme song, so they're all, I guess, like 20 seconds long. So you could burn through 25 years in like 15 minutes. Yeah, maybe the shoulders may not show as much, we'll just get a hint of the shoulder pad maybe. I have the shoulder pad coming in from off the sides of the page, so you don't see where it's attaching, but you see where it's overhanging. And then there's a design on the jacket or torso or whatever you want to call it, but we're not really seeing that because we're so close up. Maybe I can bring it in, exaggerate, like, oh, actually we will see it because I was thinking it was dead center, but it's not. So like all this is black. There. Guts. Got the go-go's. Alright, so now I'm going to get rid of this underlayer altogether. Goodbye underlayer. And this one is not the tight pencils. This is now going to be the new underlayer. Bring that down to 50. Make a new layer. Now I'm going to switch to a slightly darker color. I've had it on 75% opacity. I'm going to bring it up to, I don't know, 85% opacity and turn this 58 diameter brush into a 34 diameter brush, and I'm also going to change off of soft round pressure opacity to hard pressure size. Ha! Like a professional. Alright, so now I got to worry a little bit more about the specific details. And I'm nervous that if I look too much at that 3D one I was talking about, that I'll be getting another artist's interpretation versus what is intended by the official Power Ranger gods. Alright, so I'm going to look at this picture that was presented. Oh man, there's this new, oh there we go. Okay, zoom in. I'm just checking the details. It looks like sometimes it's easier to look at things as like a whole big piece, so it almost looks like there's a piece. You know what, that's too much. I want to keep the opacity down so I have more room to be sketchy, so I'm going to bring it back down to 75. But I am going to take this from 34 down to 20, make it a little smaller. I'm going to make a line from the top of that visor all the way down to the chin, because there's sort of a silver outline that goes over that whole thing. And then I'll tuck this in, and again, the draw through, I'll bring it right through the tip of the mask there, so I make sure those lines connect. Hey bees. That is one of my cats just sat next to me. She's very excited about this process. Oh, Arazuki says, Star Commander sitting on her lap, and I have a Uzumaki kitty right to my left. Here, I'll turn the camera so you can see. Look at that. You're a superstar. She's very chill. She is the opposite of Star Commander. Star Commander is full of vim and vinegar. Okay. So, back to this. Again, I'm making kind of one big shape. And then, looking at this, the actual part that comes up is more of a triangle. And then I'll cut this in, try to keep the line roughly even with the outside line. And then this points down. This is the mouthpiece, even though there is no mouth, there's still like a, it's like a visor for a mouth, kind of like an Optimus Prime situation. And I want these all to line up so you can see that that didn't line up. Just a little bit bigger. So there should be, the 2 points and the middle line should all line up. So if I make a line like this, connect them there, and now it automatically lines up. Hazoo! Bring that down. Okay, now we're cooking with rice. Erzugi, this won't last long, but you're enjoying the brief session of Star Commander on the lap. Yeah, that is a rarefied session that you're enjoying, indeed. Similar, draw through here again, loop, bring it up here, blots, and then I'm just sort of outlining this whole inner part here. And a lot of this will have to be erased later, but again, it helps make it all work and the lines catch up with each other and line up with each other and mustard with each other. And then this version has the lion fangs going in a little bit, and I prefer that, so I'm going to go with that interpretation. And then bring this down, over, up, and again, it's important to keep it all symmetrical, which is easier when you're doing straight on like this, but you can put a line across like that, and then going in, going in. This is stuff that won't connect, but it helps me see that it's more or less on target. And then I'll go ahead and erase everything in the middle here, because those lines aren't supposed to be there. Alright, and now this also has a silver outline, so I'm going to do that. And it tapers into a little point there. And this is, again, like sort of the muzzle and nose of the tiger, but like with all helmets, it's super stylized. And then the fang is coming almost exactly off of here. Yeah, it looks a little, I'm going to make it a little bit straighter just to differentiate, delineate a little bit more. So it's starting in the same spot, but it's not going at the same exact angle. This all matches, so I can erase this stuff. Oh, I do want to keep that a little bit so that the nose lines up as well. And the nose should be roughly in line with this, with the point once again lining up with those points. And the theme has now hit Ninja Storm, so we're up to the current season. One of the actors of which, again, is Peter Sidarso, who also plays Hyperforce Red, so that's appropriate. I say that's appropriate, but every single season other than Hyperforce has been represented in this, so no matter who I was doing, it would eventually be appropriate. Okay, so this, it looks like the bottom of the nose goes up. That's where I had the ear, but that's not correct. There's one, two, there's sort of 4 lines in this on the sides of the top of the head. One is for the eye. Yeah, maybe I'll go with the eye, which kind of goes up, over, and then out. And again, this has like a silver to it. So I'll put that in, and then the eye. So that's like the cat eye. So I'll go ahead and assume that that's right. I might need to... Oh, see on the right, I think it doesn't... It's not supposed to connect all the way to the edge of the helmet. But on one side it looks like it is. So I'll bring it up high. But on this one, it won't actually hit the edge of the helmet.
This day is too weird. What do we do now?
All right. It's mostly in place. Let me check the music list, because now it's just... Oh, now it's every morph. All right, here's every Power Ranger theme song. This one lasts 35 minutes, so maybe that'll be... Okay, maybe it has the full songs instead of just the TV versions. All right, so back to the helmet. So I did the eyes, and there's sort of a through line. Again, this is not a line that'll really be drawn, although, you know, for shine purposes I could. But to help me with construction. So then this nose comes up to the bridge of the nose, hits here, and then kind of dips in. And I guess it's sort of the ear. The other one made it look a lot more like an ear. This one, again, I'm having to do some interpretation. I'm going to say it's an ear. And then bring it back down. So it's sort of got a straight line, oops, on top. But then the bottom line goes in. Trying to do some on-the-fly measurements here. Hey, Mashadar, thanks for loving the art. I love your opinion of art. Only the best tasting people come here. Wait, what? That's not, we're not going to eat you. Well, maybe. Only if you want us to. All right, so that is sort of the ears. I'm not sure if that's what it is intended, but that's how it reads to me. And then this whole part has to come out further, because the line I made in the middle is not actually the edge of the helmet, it's just the edge of the faceplate. So I'll bring this in, and then it kind of cuts in here. And again, I'll bring this over just by eye, so it matches on the bottom. bring it up about equally far. Mashdar says, I mean, I settle with Arazuki's stream because I know the true pro is right here. Oh wait, she's here! Whoa! Wow! You guys, so much aggression. It's not a competition because she's not doing art. Lucky for her. Although if I was doing video games, she would win as well. I'm not good as she is at any game. I don't think there's any game I'm better than her at. Maybe Dragon's Lair. Like really old arcade games are the only games I could do better than her at. Sometimes, not even always. Alright, I might have made that helmet a little bit too big, but I'll worry about that later. Alright, so then there's a line coming down from the mid-eye. Another silver line. Bring it over. I think it might go back up, but we can't see that on the side of the helmet that we're looking at, so I'm not going to worry about it. Then under the eye, there's another line. Not a lion, a line. A line on the lion. Arazuki says, I'm better than you at Street Fighter. Yeah, probably fighting games in general. I have a slight edge, with Street Fighter being the main one. That's true. But anybody, I'm not good at Street Fighter, to be clear. I used to play Street Fighter 2 a lot when I was a kid, and I played 4 a bunch, the Vanilla 4, and I'm rusty at those, so please nobody challenge me. I also used to be really good at Mortal Kombat 2, although these days I'm sure my skills have atrophied. Arazuki, whoa, no one said anything about fighting games in general, only Street Fighter. Well, okay, I don't want to get into a fight, but I feel like on average, you beat me at every game, but when it comes to fighting games, I have a slight edge overall. Maybe that's an inflammatory thing to say, but it's too late now. The cat's out of the bag, or the lion. Maybe it's because of my subject matter, I'm feeling feisty. I'm going to move this whole thing over so that the edge of his helmet on the left isn't touching the edge of the paper. Well, paper, quote unquote, it's digital, obviously. But it should either be, it should be intentional. If it's going to fall off the edge of the page, it should be on purpose, and that was not on purpose. Okay. Now the top of the helmet should kind of be done like that, but then there's another piece. I guess there's just like a sort of decorative piece comes up, supposed to be represent the mane, who knows. But I'll throw that in there, okay. And then actually I need to go back and erase all of these construction lines, because those don't show up in the final product. Goots, there. Now I might put those lines back in the form of shine or something like that. You're gonna go cry in the bathroom? Don't cry in the bathroom, cry in front of me. I want to see and taste. Alright, fine. I'm also looking, this I think should be a little bit more rounded out, which actually will work because I was thinking that I made the side of the helmet a little bit too wide away from this part of it. So if I bow this out a little bit, the whole thing starts looking a little bit more sleek. Yeah. Yep. Alright. This is coming together a little quicker than I thought it would. The last one I did was Princess Shayla, and that was a beast. It took me hours and hours and hours, and I'm still not thrilled with it. But it needed to be done, because I'm sending my files to the printer today, so anything I don't get done today does not get done. And I have ambitions to do one more after this. I don't know if I'll succeed, but I definitely wanted to have Hyperforce done, because I know Peter and the other Hyperforce people, it's like the little engine that could, and I like supporting that, because I've watched, I haven't watched all of it to be fair. I've watched 10 or 11 episodes right here on Twitch, Hyper RPG, but they're like hours long each, so I gotta have a big chunk of time to watch them. But my point is that when I met Michaela, who's the DM, who also plays Rita, among other things, in that version of the Rangers Alpha as well, she was very excited and was, I had a Hyperforce Red Lion, and she's like, oh, has Peter seen that? I'm like, no, and she's like, oh, and so I gave her one to give to him. So I feel like if I do his helmet at the show, he'll be excited for it, almost in a fanboy, not a fan of my, you're such a great artist, but more just like, oh my god, I'm so happy somebody made art of, you know, my less popular character, you know, which I actually prefer his Hyperforce Red character to his Ninja Steel Blue character, but, you know, the other one's on TV, so more people know it, obviously. Oh boy, what's going on here? Mashdar. This is, if you're going to cry, Arazuki, do it on stream. Get those sympathy bits. That's true. When is my next con? I will tell you that in a second. Arazuki, you should set him up in his info panels for conventions and shows he's going to. Arazuki says, good idea, Mashdar. For those that don't know, Arazuki and I live together because we're married. We could have lived together we did live together before being married, but now we are married, so we have even more reason to live together. And she is the tech-savvy one. I am an artist who uses technology out of necessity. She is a technology robot. But my next con is, like I said, in just about 2 weeks, I will be at Ranger Stop, which is in Florida, Orlando, Florida, and it's November 9th to 11th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's right across the street from Disney World, Disneyland, whichever one's over there. So it's one of those, which is funny because I did Power Morphicon over the summer here in California, which is where I live, and it was also right next to Disney. So the two Power Ranger conventions like definitely did a good job of being like, well, let's be next to Disney so people could like multitask their vacations and stuff. I did not go to Disney when I was at Power Morphicon, but there is a chance I might spend half a day there in Florida because I'm going to be staying. My flight doesn't leave until Monday, like dinner time, and a friend of mine lives in the area, so it's possible we might spend half a day over there. If you look close, you can see my foot/computer there on the cam. Oh yeah, if you look at the little glowing bar here, she's got a super computer setup, Tron blasting over there, filling everyone with wonder and awe. My setup is much more bare bones, but it has more toys around it. So that's the trade-off. All right, there's the top of the shoulder pad that I was talking about before. I'm not sure about the, I don't know if I like that collar. It's a little unclear what the collar's supposed to look like, but I'm gonna make a decision that that's not how it goes because I think it's all black. So it does need to be have a neckline for connection. Yes. Okay. Suki waved the foot. +1 for the foot wave. Yes. Ding 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 ding. 4, 3. Mash, are you into Power Rangers at all, or are you just being a supportive art stream pal? Oh, so with these nice prints you make and sell, do you have a collection you keep and just reprint for convention stuff? I'm assuming so. Yeah, I mean, most of what I do is digital. A few of them are traditional, but you can see how I'm working. When I'm done with this, I'll have a high-res digital file that I will make X amount of prints. Usually I'll make 5 or 10 prints to start, and then if it's popular, I'll make more and print a lot. Some I do 50 at a pop, for my really popular ones, and then not that I'll sell that in one show necessarily, but that'll last me like a year. And then, yeah, if they sell out, I will reprint them. If they don't sell out for a long time, I mean, I guess every print I've ever had is eventually sold out, but it might take years to get rid of 10 or something. So anything that gets sold out quickly becomes part of the normal rotation. And anything that doesn't, I may or may not reprint. Very rarely do I do a limited, I'm only doing 20 of these. I have done that, usually for charity. But yeah, it's usually that I just have X amount on hand. Because I have an Etsy shop too, so people could buy them, my older prints, through the Etsy shop, and that's always being updated. So I have to have a certain amount on hand on stock. Like in my garage, I have boxes of them, and then yeah, when I'm doing a show, I do inventory and make sure I have enough for what I need and put in an order beforehand, which is what I'm doing now. Normally, I would have put the order in already, except that again, I'm creating new art specifically for this show. Follow-up question from Mashtar. I enjoyed the U.S. Oh, there's about Power Rangers. The U.S. stuff, the Japanese stuff, I've learned about as I got older. The game Chroma Squad is great. Heard you played that also. Yes, I haven't in a while. I like you, I knew about the American stuff before the Japanese stuff. I've watched almost all of the American seasons and a handful of the Japanese seasons. A lot of people skip around and watch like the movies and stuff. I don't like to do that. I've skipped around a few seasons, but I at least don't like watch the full seasons. Chroma Squad, yeah, I played that I don't know, like a year or so ago, and I really liked it. I remember because you could give your own call signal, and call out for the team, and mine was Beam R Go, which doesn't really make sense, which is why I loved it. But I got pretty far, and there was some big Megazord enemy fight that I could not beat. And maybe I was terrible, but I'm convinced it glitched. And I was so far into the game that I didn't want to go back and restart, so I stopped playing. I should revisit it one day, though, because I really did like the game. Excuse me. That eye on the right looks off compared to the one on the left. What Power Rangers was your Power Rangers growing up, Mash? I think you're younger than me, but I don't know. But everybody seems to have the one that they're grown up. Most people go for Mighty Morphin, but some people are like, oh, well, when I was growing up, it was, SPD or whatever. doesn't look quite right to me. I'm gonna erase this little part here. I think the eyes are doing okay, but like the little silver eyeliner part, it's almost like a diamond. Yeah, the eyes are basically a diamond. And then it's got, oh, I see, it kind of comes down and then goes up. That's what I have. That looks better. So it goes down and then up. All right, now let me turn off the rough layer and see what I see there. It's not bad. It's missing something. It seems like the top maybe should be a little bit, you know, I could probably get rid of this layer. It seems like the top should be a little wider maybe on top. I think there's this indentation here. I made too indented, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and erase all those lines. Excuse me. I muted my microphone and then said excuse me anyway. So now you all just think, ah, he just likes to be excused. That's a little better. I guess it's kind of, I'm getting up to look at the thing. I guess this, okay, it looks like this wraps around maybe is the difference. That's it. See how that wraps around those two parts? So they're not like wings sticking out. Yeah, that's not bad. I do think I need to smooth this out a little bit again. I had it, like the sides were too angular, but there aren't those points except for on the top. And then these lines I've redone like twice now. They still don't look quite right to me. Can't tell if they're supposed to be black on the bottom of the helmet's mostly red, and then the lines are silver. I can't tell if they're supposed to be black in this area or if that's just where it connects with the neck. Right. That's not matched up at all. It did not match at all. Huh? That doesn't make sense. Did not mash at all? I don't know. Alright, let me, you know what, I'm going to switch to a different reference. Okay. No, it looks like there's no black on the bottom of the helmet. And it looks like, it does look like though these silver lines coming off the side are supposed to have more of a curve. Sort of down. Oh! They're supposed to be attached to this line. Like that, it'll help me guide it. Okay. There we go. But then once again I'll have to get rid of some of those lines here. There you go. So it's like a one piece of silver goes all the way through. That's it. And I guess that's sort of, no, it's not the whiskers because they'd be up top. Maybe it's just like the bottom of the head. It's tough because sometimes I try to figure out the logic of how the animal works in this configuration, but sometimes that's also just design elements. I'm going to narrow this on the bottom, give it a little bit more dynamism, if that's a word, and if it's not, it is now. Alright, not too shabbo. Oh, it does? You know what I missed? There's sort of a divot in the middle of the muzzle here, which I sort of drew, but not to the extent I should have. Kind of goes up and out, like that. And that connects up here. And this is a whole mechanism. Does this connect? Sort of connects here. See, I'm looking at two different references and they're doing it different. Alright, I'll kind of do it, I guess like that. Sure, but now I've messed this up. There we go. I guess that's about right. That's not going to be heavy lines though when I finish it. That's going to be more in the coloring, I think. Like that. Okay. It's sort of like a... Again, I think this might just be a fan interpretation. But I'm going to... Oh yeah, and in this fan interpretation... Yeah, you know what? This is messing me up looking at the two different kinds. Better go back to the original I was looking at. I'm gonna erase these lines to bring a little bit more red to the bottom, like that. It might even, theoretically, might supposed to be, what are these sentences I'm constructing? Theoretically, the red might be intended, haha, to go even further down, but I'm going to make a judgment call and keep it up in this area. Okay. Now I'm looking at the muzzle again. Yeah, I started getting crazy with the detail here. Let me erase these. And I think, yeah, depending on who I'm looking at. All right, well, we're also, I think there might be a little bit more detail where the fangs are inserted on top. I'm a theory. Thank you, Arazuki. You are a theory. We're all theories. Theoretically, that is. There is a lot more detail on the bottom of the muzzle, possibly, but I think with the angle I'm at, you wouldn't see it anyway, so I'm just going to leave it be. And then, yeah, I think I'm driving myself a little nuts here. There should be some silver here. Okay, so I'll put that in. Power Rangers to the rescue. I'll just start singing along. Okay. All right. I think I'm almost ready to go to the inks phase. I'm gonna, you know what? It does look like he's bunched up a little bit here. I'm gonna bring this whole body down a little bit. There. Selected. And I'll hit it with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. And then I'll jimmy this down a little bit on one side. That looks better. It's supposed to be more youthful and lithe, as I said before. I'm gonna make his neck a little slimmer. Okay. There's the black line. And then I gotta bring, do I have to bring this up? No, that's fine. Black all the way around. Okay, this should be black all the way around. Now I'm just talking to myself. That's just what I've been doing the whole time, I guess. Well, and you fine folks that are here live or watching the replay. Or on YouTube. I might try to export this to YouTube. Why not? Gotta test all the testers. Why do I keep redrawing that same part? I gotta stop. Boom. Right now. That's edification, Holmes. And there's, see, now I see another line, which is this line, but there's a connection going like this. Alright. That works okay, except for those lines I gotta get rid of. Except here it's lining up with that different part of the eye. Let me see. Here. I think it's the eye's fault, not the detail under its fault. Let me adjust. Readjust. I should say readjust because I've adjusted it several times already. So then the point here, see how it's coming to there? So I'll do the same here. There we go. I don't know if I'm going to take this all the way to completion on the stream, because I do want to color it and everything, and it'll probably take me a few hours total, but like I said, we're almost to the ink, so I'll at least do that. Here, yeah, that should come up a little bit. I'm just making stupid adjustments that I could do in inks, but alright, I'm going to switch to inks. I'm getting crazy here. Yeah, okay. So, once again, we'll delete this. We'll bring this one down to 25%. Nope, that's 99%. What am I doing here? Oh, I hit number lock on my keypad, so it's not working. There we go. Alright, and I think I'm going to reduce the size on this whole thing a tiny bit, because it's a little too close to the edges. For my liking. Just bring it down just a hair, just a skoosher. And actually I can bring this up a little bit now too, so I am actually going to draw on it again because I need to know. I guess I could have waited and done this in the inks, but just to make my life easy. I don't know how well you can hear the music, but right now is the Jungle Fury theme, and that is one of my favorite seasons of all time. It might be my favorite. I don't know. I'd have to really think about it. I like different seasons for different reasons. I like Samurai a lot, which I know is controversial, but I wouldn't argue that it's the best season. Jungle Fury, I might... Well, I guess I still wouldn't argue it's the best season, but I would argue it's a good season. You could make a fine argument that Samurai is not a good season, but I'd still say I like it. Jungle Fury, I think, is a good season. If you said it was not a good season, I would argue with you. All right. Okay. Let me lock this so I don't accidentally draw on the same layer. Make a new layer. Now I'm going to switch to inking mode. So I'm going to make sure I'm 100% black. And then I'm going to bring my opacity up to 100%. I'm going to pick, okay, I have hard round pressure size, but I want to start with 15, and I will use 15 to do the outline of the helmet, but not the rest of the body, because I want the helmet to be noticeably... Oh, crap! It's Samurai Ox, bounding in like a farting unicorn. That's 3 emotes in a row, baby. Look at that. This ox has one horn in the middle of his unicorn head. Thanks for jumping in there, buddy. We're working on Hyperforce Red, which is a Power Ranger most people won't know because he's from a Twitch RPG game. But it still looks like a Power Ranger helmet. You know, if I told you this was from a season you hadn't seen, you'd probably believe it, because I'm a good liar. Are you working on some art? Ox is also an artist. You working on some art there, buddy? Oh, and you're hosting me. Thanks so much. That's kind of you. If I had any kind of special graphics, I'd make them come up. Just pretend to... Thanks for hosting. There, you see, now you get the personal touch. Someone say samurai. It's a good way to summon you. Yeah, this is the part where I redraw the same line 15 times. There we go, that's better. Power Rangers. What? That's right. RPM, another really good season, another one of my favorites. Although I think, well, it's weird. I always thought RPM is highly regarded as one of the best seasons, but I've recently found out some people don't like it, or don't like it as much as other seasons, because there was this vote where everybody was voting against it, which shocked me. Because even if it's not your favorite, like again, I thought it was, yeah, right? Airzuki, there's an Ox. I got an Ox and a Zooks and a Nash, and I think we got one Lurker. Unless, oh, that might just be me. Does it count yourself? I don't know. That's a party no matter how many people are here, as long as one of them is Airzuki or Mashstar or Ox or me. that's so broad as to be meaningless, but that's fine. No one ever said I had to have meaning. Zooks! That's right, it's Zooks, the Zooker. Air variety. I've never seen a water Zuki or a ground Zuki. They might be later forms. Oh my gosh, I keep... Hey, Airzuki, now you're hosting me too. What the heck? Thanks a lot. Double hosting. Go, 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 go. It's a good thing, Ox, that you came in, because now I can maintain my 3 viewers per stream average for the month. Is that what it takes to get affiliate? Is it 3 streamers? 3 viewer average? Because if that's true, then this should be my last stream for the month, and then I'll be an affiliate. Somehow I don't think it works quite that way, but... Yes, Airzuki, yes, 3 average viewer, 50 followers, and 7 stream days. Oh, well, I don't have 50 followers or 7 stream days. Like streaming on 7 different days. Gotcha. Oh, there goes some high fives between Ox and the Zooks. I dig it. High fives in my chat. Bonus. Bizonis. What are you gonna pick? Bizonis. That's Hot Pocket, sure, why not? Well, I have to really quick get 50 followers and then make sure 3 of them math. I've lost interest in my own sentence. It had too many numbers in it. The bottom of the helmet is still bothering me. Oops. The top line was okay. Alright, let me see. Maybe I just need to pad it out a little bit. No, it's too much. A dog eating a cookie, or a cookie getting ready to eat a dog? It's a little unclear. Whoa, mozzarella sticks. I think we have mozzarella sticks. There's a lot going on right now. Cats are doing stuff. I need to be an affiliate apparently. Dogs and cookies are living together. It's madness. This line is, yeah. Oh, speaking of samurai, this is the samurai theme song. Why am I having such a, like, it's something about the shape of the helmet. Let me look at a different reference. Mashadar, how do we get him that many followers? Easy. Easy? I thought this is not that easy. I just got a lecture about how 3 followers average is not as easy as it sounds. Alright, I'm happy with the top, not happy with the bottom. I'm gonna quick put another layer in. Grab a red, just for contrast. And let's pretend I came down like this. Okay, that's fine. And then maybe if I make that its own thing, that works a little better. And then maybe I'll actually bring it out a little bit to come in, like that. Out then in. And maybe I should just connect it to the... And then maybe I'll connect it and then bring this down even further. Like that. Anyway. I don't know why it's giving me such a difficult time. Alright, let's see. 55%. Oh, bits! Mashadar is now hosting me. That's 3 hosters. Thank you. We picked up a couple more viewers. That's the Mashadar magic. Thank you so much. Everybody's being a lovely entity, and I appreciate that. For those just joining us, I'm working on a Power Rangers headshot, and I was going to start doing the digital inking, but I was unhappy with the shape of the bottom of the helmet, so I'm redoing it in red. Host for days! For days! Damn, Mash. We got so many hosts, we don't know what to do. Alright. Now I will bring this down and make it another reference layer at 50. And actually, I'll go ahead and erase that completely for right now. Go back to my inking layer. Make sure I'm on the right brush. Yes. Now let's see if I like this a little better in my perfectionist world. Mike Emmerit's another artist who's not on Twitch. Oh, it's to say, you know what brings views also? Creepy clowns! Oh god, what's gonna happen? Is something gonna happen behind me? No! Those guys! I hate those guys. How are they bringing anybody? No one's gonna see him that isn't already here. Oh, unless it's some kind of evil summoning. Look, I watch Supernatural, so I have lots of salt available. Also because I eat a lot of salt. That salt just is a big part of my life for various reasons. Salt. You know what? The It Clown that Ox just built with the emojis, which is very cool, by the way, that does not bother me as much. Now, I have not seen the new movie, shockingly. I've only seen the old one. But at least that's like, oh, that's an evil, creepy clown, and it's supposed to be. That other clown thing, it just looks like some Sims character gone horribly wrong. It bothers me more. Like, it also seems more realistic, like a real guy, like somebody's stepdad that's like, hey, I'm here for the clown party. I brought some Twizzlers. Good. And then he just starts biting on your neck. Yeah, that is awesome. Where do you get such... Oh, my God. Stop redrawing the same line, idiot. He says to himself. All right, I'm going to zoom in, actually. I think the problem is I'm too far zoomed out to get what I'm trying to do. The outside lines are the most important in this, too. All right, here we go. Wash. That's better. Yeah, I just needed to zoom in and say wash. And now for the bottom line, dry. No, maybe I got to do wash again. Wash. Yeah. And then I'll just... Oh, my eraser is so big. 28 points. I'll bring it down to 9. Clean that little Jim Jam up. Oxhead is awesome. Mashstar, it's a streamer who someone edited his face to a scary clown. I think it's Jake and Bake Live. Oh, Jake and Bake Live. Jake and Bake Live. Got it. I was trying to make it say believe. Jake and Believe. Can you Jake and Believe this? Jake and Bake Live. That works for me. Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. There's that. Oh, you know what? That's not going to be good because I need some more parallel. You know what? I'm going to go... No, I can't go straight parallel because I got a little bit of a curve. Where's an anchor when you need one? That works. Okay. In a minute... Well, in a few minutes, this loop of Ranger theme songs is going to be over. and then I'll have to decide to replay it or put something else on. that's what's going on in my head as I'm having difficulty inking this stupid line. Ah, there we go. Sometimes it's easier to erase to make the line look good, which is fine in digital, but in traditional, yikes. Okay, we're almost done. Again, this is kind of, to me, the hardest part, is getting this part right. You know what I could do? I'm not gonna do. Well, you know, maybe I will do it. Why not? Why not make my life easy? I could just copy and paste this. Since it's supposed to be symmetrical, it's not organic, and then just edit, transform, flip horizontal. I'm also on a time crunch too. That doesn't quite work exactly anyway. If I bring that over, can I fake it till I never make it? Yeah, it doesn't work anyway. Alright, good. I tried to cheat, and I was punished for it. What's Ox saying here? Lol, you gotta bring the people in with K-pop. I don't know any K-pop. I know a little bit of J-pop, but here's the thing. I listen actually to a lot of Japanese music, but not the kind that's popular. Like, I listen to a lot of like 70s and 80s Japanese live-action theme songs and things like that. Like, I listen to guys that are like in their 60s now that I don't know who the audience for them is other than old Japanese people and me. But it's all like themo songs. But you know what? Let me see if I can find one anyway, because we're already on Megaforce here. Here's my main guy. Oh, cool. Maybe he's got a concert or something. Oh, here's a mix. Okay, this is Ichiro Mizuki. He's most famous for doing the Mazinger Z theme song. And there you go. I don't know how well you could hear it, but this is my boy, as they say. Super Roboto Mazinger Z Mutake no chikara no bukara no tame. Anyway, you get the idea. So this is what you meant by K-pop. You meant not Korean, but Japanese, and not pop, but theme songs, and not current theme songs, but old theme songs, right? That's what you meant? That's how we get the peeps in? Good. All right. I think we can call this Dunzo. All right, I am going to put in that last line. So I'm at 15. I'm going to switch it up, go to 12 now, which from now on will be the biggest brush I use size. I'll use that to cut in here. Make sure I'm on the right level. Layer, I should say. Uh-oh, I think the cats are being bad. The closer it gets to their dinner time, the more rambunctious the cats get. Q, you might need to kick them out. She's hiding somewhere. She's causing trouble and hiding. This is a cat problem. You thought I was going to say astrophy, and I wanted to, but I figured I should say problem. Although it could also just be called living with cats. Come on, get in there. What a guy. Samurai Ox, I can already see the people filtering towards your stream. Oh yeah, well they heard I had a 65-year-old guy singing a lounge version of the Mazinger Z theme song. I mean, how could they resist? It is a mixed stream, so I'm not sure what else is on here, on the playlist I should say. I just went to YouTube and put something in. I think it's all Ichiro Mizuki though. Aniki, that point is not as definitive as I would like. I'm going to zoom in here and do a little cleanos. And once again, I will use an eraser to make my line look a little cleaner. Ugh, that line is terrible. Okay. I'm not sure what this is a theme for. Alright, we're going to leave that for now. Alright, so now we're going to erase that and bring back the other one. Now we've got it. Oh man, I think we lost some viewers. I was up to 6 or 7 at some point. Now we're back down to 4. They're like, we kind of like the art, but this music is killing us. So then I'll come down. Double check my reference here real quick. I think I messed up the smoothness of the lines is not what I like. The parts that are coming in on the cheeks, it should come down a little smoother. So I'm not gonna redraw there, but I think I might need to adjust. Maybe I could just do it with this guy. It's looking a little too Power Rangers the motion picture there. I think it's just looking thick in the jaw. Alright, so I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to grab it at the point where it would meet the chin, and come all the way up here, cut it off there. And I'm going to warp it up a bit. Oops, messed that up. It's these new tools, I tell you. Man, probably is. Oh no, hydrated bot! You've been live. I know I need a drink, but I have no water. I'm a fool. I didn't know. Stay hydrated bot is absolutely right. I am getting a little pappy. Oh, this is zoomed in more than I thought. Let me click that up a little bit, maybe. Oh, it's just because I was leaning so close. I'm like, it's right on my face. That's weird. What? Guys, we're going to stay hydrated. Sponsored by Twitch. There's a bottle from TwitchCon. It's not my bottle. I'm going to turn my microphone off for a second. Excuse me. Now that's good streaming. Thanks to Airzuki for the hydration. Hey, I got a point for a promo for Twitch. Look at that. I should not get... Did you hear it? I thought I turned it off. Oh, okay, good. I don't know if I should be getting the points for it, though, since it's Q's bottle. What am I doing here? Oh, right. Alright, you know what? I'm going to make it easy/hard on myself. I'm going to erase these stupid lines. They hurt me. This is the problem. Is like, if I was inventing this myself, I could just do whatever I thought it looked right. And if I was referencing something that was, like, definitive, I was either right or wrong. But it's this sort of thing that kind of exists, but not in a real definitive way. So that's why I'm second-guessing every choice I make. But I do think it should be smoother transition going down to the jaw. More Spider-Man and less Superman. So I'm going to have to go back up to 15 real quick. Brush size, that is. Oh, 1,000 points to spare? Okay. I'll take 19. Is this the right? Yeah, okay. You know, I'm going to put on a different layer. And then just... Let's see how that looks. I think that works better. I think that works better. And then I will just go in with the erase. Oh, one or more cats have just been exiled. It was only a matter of time. Okay. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Ah, it failed me. See how that cut out? That wasn't me. And now this line is not as good. There we go. Alright. Erase it. Uh-oh, I think it's doing the Zinger Z again. A different version. I'm going to bring this over so you can get a look at who we're dealing with here. Check this guy out. This guy's a hero. Not everybody can wear that jacket. Sometimes he's got a scarf, he's got leather pants. He doesn't care. He's like 67. It's time. It's time for the leather pants. It's been time since forever, and he will not stop. And it sounds like I'm making fun of him or being ironic, but I promise you, it's 100% genuine. If I grew up to be him, I'd be thrilled. I think in one of the later seasons, not of Power Rangers, but Super Sentai, which Power Rangers comes from, he does a voice of one of the characters. I haven't seen that season. I think maybe it's Go Busters. I'm not sure which. But I'm excited for that because I love his voice. And I've seen him in some comedy sketches and stuff, like as, you know, a reality, like, oh, here's singer Ichiro Mizuki, and he does, you know, there's one where he's at a gas station, and I don't even understand because it's all in Japanese with no subtitles, and I don't know that much Japanese. But he's most famous for this theme song, and Mazinger Z is like Zeto, Zet, you know, and so he's pretending to be like an attendant, and he's just like, no matter what anybody says to him, he's like Zeto, Zet, 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 Zeto, like he's a Pokemon. Ichiro Airzuki, yeah. But he's a real campy, kind of fun guy, it seems. Let me merge that layer down. All right, so I'm on 15. I'm going to go back to 12, and now I will use my 12 brush for the bottom to do the outline on everything that's not the helmet, because I wanted the helmet to stand out. But he's not wearing armor. It's just like, well, we all know it's spandex, whatever it really is. There we go. Oh, that worked just great. It's so weird. Sometimes I'll do a line first time and be thrilled with it, and other times like that, not so much. Alright, I'll put a little bit of a wrinkle there, because again, it's fabric. Now these parts are metal, or, you know, whatever they're supposed to be. They look metal. They're made out of hard energy. Mashdar with the emotes. Looks like a samurai and a knight, and a samurai knight, and a samurai knight. I think that's what we're looking at. They're pretty neat. Samurai's clear. The other one, I want to say it's a knight, but the helmet looks like a samurai helmet almost. Who could tay? Who could tay? Who could tay? All right, I'm gonna get off 12. Actually, no, I'll stay on 12 to just outline these shoulder pads here and get a wide view. The left one's not quite matching the right one. Nope. Close this up a little bit so I can get a better area of attack. Shoo! Nope. Gosh. Hit! There we go. Okay. So now we are going to go back up to the helmet, still using 12 to do the big details. Kind of like the way I carved out that mouth plate. I'm going to now carve out the visor and a few other things using the 12 brush. A white knight, lol. Yeah, I can see it's a white knight, but I mean, like, the armor doesn't match up to... It doesn't look like a proper knight. It doesn't look like a knight whose armor is white. It looks like... I don't know what it looks like. Beans? It looks like a bucket of beans. That's not true either. Ooh, not loving that. Let me try again. I should be going down. That's what I should be doing. Almost. That's the problem with doing inorganic stuff. You have to have such precision. Okay, there we go. And as always, it's easier to erase the tips than to try to make it meet perfectly. Cool. Nice tight point up top there. Master Arts used when someone in his chat is defending a female. Oh yeah. I know. I am familiar with the term white knight. I am criticizing it on an art level that it does not look like a white knight. It looks like someone in a white suit of armor that isn't quite accurate to what a knight should be. That's not bad. Let's go the other way. That's terrible. It's like I can only get one. I can't get two in a row. I hate it. Shoo. That's alright. Okay. And clean it up again. Clones. Cleans clones. We're gonna clean up these clones. What, you mean the troopers? All of them. Even Baby Boba Fett? Especially Baby Boba Fett. I just like saying Baby Boba Fett. Boba Fett, baby. And I'm looking where the visor comes down here, it matches almost exactly. Here, not so much. So I'm gonna try to adjust it a little bit. Zoom in more. I'm zooming in. I'm zooking in, guys. I'm air zooking in. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit more accurate. Is it perfect? No. But good enough for punk rock. Oops, did not mean to open. Kloots. Why am I think I have a lag all of a sudden. Which reminds me, I should save so I don't lose all my work. This is not Princess Shayla. This is Hyperforce Red. Oh my gosh, I haven't saved it at all yet. If this crashed right now, I'd be very unhappy. Hyperforce Red. 1. Ah! And now Mashtar is showing me a dabbing corn cob? It's a dabbing something. They're like, corn cob! You know, Frosty the Snowman, he had a corn cob pipe. Just throwing that out there. Oh my gosh, again with Mazinger Z? I'm gonna have to find another playlist soon, but I actually like this song enough that I can handle it for a while. Alright. Oh, I should get the fangs. Because they're coming in on a different plane. Surface, I should say. Plane, surface, whatever, same thing. Different names, same meaning. So, thanks for hanging out and looking at my art and listening to my rambles and my Ichiro Mizuki music, everybody. And hello to all you lurkers as well. You are most welcome. I mostly lurk when I watch stuff because I'm usually watching stuff while I'm drawing. Oh man, I said hello lurkers and one of them disappeared. Like, yeep, I've been spotted. Is lurker offensive? I don't think so. I consider myself a lurker a lot of the times. If lurking is wrong, I don't want to be right. Okay. That's doing it well. And then we'll go in. Yeah, I didn't go quite far enough. Yep. Then out. And then over. That's not, see, that's not symmetrical. Alright, I'm going to do this a different way. I'm going to bring this line all the way across. Using the shift tool. Alright, see. And then I will go up from there into this. And it's still not 100% symmetrical. It's still a little bit wider on one side than the other, but that's fine because it's not an exact copy. Whoa! Samurai Ox is saying hype, 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 which is cool, and I appreciate that. But to be clear, I don't say hype. I say pipe. That's right. Like what Sherlock would do. He'd solve a case, play his violin, and then he'd pack his pipe, 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 pipe. There you are. That's words. I should make an emote for myself that's just pipe. Let me check this. That, oops, it's a little bit off. Airzuki, oh god, here we go again with the pipes. When you get affiliate, your emote should be a pipe. Lols. Yeah, man. Can you not make emotes until you're affiliate? I don't even know. Again, this is my second stream. I don't know much. All I know is that I don't know nothing. Alright. That'll work for the bottom of that. Let's see how we're coming. Not too shabby. It's coming along. It's getting there. What time is it? 6:45. So we've been streaming for about an hour and 15. We went from 0 to this. That's not too bad. I'll definitely get this done tonight. Whether or not I'll do it while I'm streaming, that remains to be seeming. Seeming? Seen. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. Chuh. Yeah. Worked that time. And the erasable cleanup. Alright, so I think I will continue these lines. Let me see, there's a silver inside. Yeah, I think I'll do the top and let the silver be a thinner line. So I think this is the more bold part on top here. Up. Yeah, that worked pretty good. I think I'm gonna have another little Slurpee. Hydration Bot hit me up after an hour, but I think I was kind of thirsty before I even started. So I'm gonna mute my Maiko.
最後の曲に行く前に、兄貴意気込みを聞かせてください。
And we're back. Let me turn on this light. What does that do? Is that any good? Does that help me? Okay. Oh, a free pack of cards is available from my South Park PvP game on my phone. So, have that to look forward to later. So, I want to have that. That would work, but I like actually how it's curving in a little bit more. Yeah. Yo. Not quite. Oh, that's better. Bum, 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 bum. Hopefully by using live performances of Japanese singers, I won't get dinged for copyright infringement. Although I was playing those Power Ranger songs. I don't know. YouTube has me all paranoid about copyright infringement, but apparently Twitch doesn't care. Well, and I'm not even an affiliate, so whatever. I can do whatever I want. I have the power. Bring this down a little bit. Yeah, that's good. I do think I should bring this line in a little bit now that I've done that, though. Turn it in a little bit. Okay. I'm happy good with that line. And then this goes out, and then up. Out, and then up, and then out again. There we go. I don't normally do so much of these swoosh lines. I do it a little bit usually, but I'm doing it a lot on this one. It's an odd way to work. But it's getting the job done, so hippity hop. Alright, I think let me look at what we got here. I think I'll do the eyes, the outline of the eyes, and a little bit of the outside of the muzzle. And then I will go back to working on the body, and then switch to a smaller brush size. Okay. Like that. Should have brought this all the way up last time. I think I didn't realize I was going to want to keep the same line width. Yeah. Hooked. I don't know if Ox, I don't know if you. This is a question for Samurai Ox. I don't know if you are still at your keyboard or listening, or you're just lurking while you draw or whatever. But I don't know if we've ever talked about Power Rangers. Do you have a favorite season or a favorite Ranger, or have you never watched it at all? Do you just know Mighty Morphin a little bit? Feel free to answer these at your leisure, if able. If fable. Okay. Oh, darn. That line failed me. Alright, I really should probably change this playlist. Tell you what, there's another Japanese singer I like who's also an older gentleman. Actually, I don't think he's as old. Akira Kushita. Ultimate Battle Multicam. I want one that's going to be long enough that I don't have to... Let's see, how long is this? 4 minutes, not long enough. How long is this one? 3 minutes. They're all single songs. I need a playlist. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's a whole live concert? 8 minutes. No. Come on, give me something. Searching. 3 minutes. They're all... Oh, man, come on. Well, maybe I could put in playlist in the search bar. That'll help. Top tracks, Akira Kushita. Alright, here we go. I know he's done some Dragon Ball themes, although I don't really know many Dragon Ball themes except for Chala. But maybe the other people who watch this will appreciate it. Okay. Oh, I have, you know what, there's several people I follow I should open up some tabs for, including Improved AI, Sheepy1, MTG Nerd Girl, and Hyper RPG. Those are the people that I'm following that are online. Maybe you want to as well. Maybe not, but I'm doing it. Okay. Oh, we got a response from Mr. Samurai Ox. I used to watch Morphin, Mighty Morphin, into the second series, the Jungle ones. I think I dropped out around White Tiger Zord. There were Jungle series, but those came much later. White Tiger Zord, I think, was season 3 of Mighty Morphin, which is, I think, maybe... I think a lot of the earlier viewers dropped out at that time, and a lot of newer viewers jumped in. I don't remember how old you are, but I thought you were a little bit younger, so it surprises me that you would jump out around White Ranger. I popped in and out along the way, and my friend would drink and watch Mystic Force. Oh, okay. So, okay. Well, Mystic Force, I've said before, I've seen most of the seasons. There's the American seasons anyway. Mystic Force is one that I have not seen a single episode of. There were 2 Jungle ones that I could think of: Wild Force, which I liked, and Jungle Fury, which I loved. So either one of those would have been a good season, in my opinion. All right, done with the helmet part, but thank you for answering my question. there actually Wild Force had, I believe, had an Ox character. It was black. It was Danny was his name, and he was the Black Ranger, and he had like horns. I think he was an ox. If he wasn't, he looked like an ox. All right, so now we're coming down here, and I want to switch to the 9 for the big details on the bottom. That was a nice one. That perfect beauty. Okay, and then we'll go ahead in with some wrinkles on the suit. For the actual suit designs, I'll probably do that with a smaller brush because they're two-dimensional as opposed to three-dimensional. Ox says, yeah, I think the Ninja series, was that the second gen of Zords? It's kind of blending together in my mind. I think Season 3 is when they got the Ninja Zords and they had the Thunder Zord. He looked like a big samurai. And they brought in Ninjor, and they had all that stuff. I believe that was all Season 3. Because Season 2, they actually got more footage filmed from Japan than they originally had. I believe. And now I'm getting a little mixed up. But the first 3 seasons were Mighty Morphin, basically. And maybe Season 2 is when the White Ranger came in. I know Season 3... There was also Alien Rangers, which is when they all got turned into kids. Yeah, those first couple seasons had like 50 episodes each, and they were like one continuing story, so to be honest, they all kind of blend together in my mind. But yeah, the White Ranger would have been around the same time as they got the Ninja Zords, though, to answer your question. Because the White Ranger and the Tiger Zord and the Ninja Zords were all from a different season. Well, oh no, you know what? I'm kind of mixing things up, because they took footage from Die Ranger and from Kaku Ranger. But still kept it Mighty Morphin in the US. Oops, I meant to not do that one. So actually, Die Ranger came first. Die Ranger had the White Tiger Zord, the White Ranger, and the Thunder Megazord, the Thunder Zord. That was Season 2. So Season 3 would have been the Ninja stuff. So you might have made it to Season 3. The Guaca, putting some, I guess it's cheese, but it kind of looks like yellow poops. Welcome aboard, Guaca. I appreciate your yellow poops that you're sharing. I was just trying to remember what happened in which season of the first couple seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But I think we got it figured out. Stinky cheese, so it's both. Sounds good. Stinks going in, stinks coming out. Tastes better before it goes in, though. That's my assumption, anyway. Another line here for detail. Alright, so that's the 9 brush. So now we're going to go up top with the 9 brush and go in with almost all the rest of the details. Oh, this is a weird electronic remix of this song. This is a Kamen Rider, known in America as Masked Rider theme song, sung by... I don't know if it's Akira Kishida. Yeah, I guess so. But it's got a remix. Dragon Zord is my jam for sure, though. Love me. Yeah, me too. I'm definitely a bigger fan of the Green Ranger Dragon Zord than I am of the White Ranger Tiger Zord, though I am a fan of cat stuff in general. What's Guaca saying? I think I see Erzuki in the background. Yeah, there's a blue glow here. That's the beginning of her lair. Sometimes people see her foot poking out, and I get a +1 if I'm lucky. You do. The stream features my foot there. See, she's in the stream as well as in the room. Yeah, there does seem to be a split with fans between the White and the Green Ranger, and I feel like the younger people favor White Ranger more often than not. I mean, I'm generalizing. And then the older people favor Green Ranger. And part of it is, I think, because, you know, if you come in when White Ranger is the first thing you see, you prefer it. But also, I have a friend who's younger than me, and he was saying how he prefers the White Ranger, even though he was there for the Green Ranger, because the Green Ranger was always losing his powers and this and that, whereas the White Ranger came in and was just like ready to go full power the whole time. And that's a byproduct of the footage, but I think the Green Ranger suit is cooler. I think the Dragon Zord looks cooler. And I think it was kind of like Tommy was like a little bit edgier. He was a little bit more like he was evil and he turned good, but he was still kind of tough. Whereas by the time he became the White Ranger, he's the leader and he's just like the ultimate good guy, which is fine, but Green Ranger is still cool. I'm a big fan of characters that start bad and then turn good, which happens sometimes in Power Rangers, but not all the time. So it's kind of fun to know, to like hope it's going to happen, even though it doesn't always. Guac, please wear socks I can buy. What? No clean before shipping? Oh God, okay. Each pair of socks is like 1 hour earlier I can retire. I mean, at least it's not underwear. Good. Hashtag good business. That, yeah, I kind of messed up on one of those eyebrows. Urzuki. LOL, Gazbot. This isn't a random weirdo, by the way. We know this weirdo, but I don't want to dox him again. Yeah, I figured as much. Random weirdos are usually more polite. And Samurai Ox. I thought they had to use the Green Ranger power to make the White Ranger. That's not my recollection. My recollection was that they lost the Green Ranger power completely. It was turning Tommy evil, then he kind of gave it to Jason. That's why Jason had the Dragon Shield for a while. But then eventually the candle was going to burn out, and so Zordon and Alpha were working on like a special project on the side for a while. And then they revealed it, and it was Tommy, the White Ranger. Well, it was the White Ranger, and then he pulled off his helmet. It was Tommy. I don't think they used, like, you mean like the green power coin or whatever? I don't remember it that way. I wouldn't bet money on it, but that's just not how I remember it. And I did watch it somewhat recently, you know, like within the last couple of years at least. A little piece of trivia is that White Ranger wasn't going to be Tommy. It was going to be, I'm not sure if it was going to be Brad Hawkins from VR Troopers or not. I think it, because originally Jason David Frank, the actor who plays Tommy, was going to leave the show and be on a show called like Cyber Squad or something like that, which ended up being VR Troopers. They shot a pilot. You can find it online. But I guess Saban owned both and was like, hey, you know what? Kids are losing their minds that you're leaving. Why don't you come back? Something like that. The Guaca says, lol, LOL, he knows who I am. Oh, he does not know. Actually, I'm pretty sure I do know who you are, because Q mentioned it the other day. But I will not say your true name out loud so that people can't cast spells on you and stuff. Oops, that's an eraser. I don't want an eraser. I want a drawer. Maybe? Come on, Tiger Nose. Yes. Tiger Nose. Oh, that worked out. And then now I want an eraser. I'm done with the drawer. Airzuki with the crazy cat emotes. I wish I had even one of them, but I don't even subscribe to my own partner's channel. The Samurai Ox says, no, that makes sense. It's been like a couple decades for me. Okay. I mean, but there could have been an element where Zordon had some throwaway line like, Tommy, we reused your power coin, which I just don't remember. My recollection is that the powers were gone and they made brand new ones. And of course, the behind the scenes was that in Zyuranger, that character was gone, so they only had the Dragon Zord footage. That's why, if you notice, it's like the same Dragon Zord footage over and over. And they reuse stuff sometimes anyway, but they really reused that in later seasons. And then they even got an American version of the Green Ranger suit, which was terrible. It had this, like, stuffed, padded, like, dragon shield that literally looked worse than the costumes you would buy at the Halloween store. So then they started using footage from another season, and that's when you got the White Ranger and the Tiger Zord. Going in with this little silver highlight. Again, it's not 100% clear to me if that's an ear, but I'm making it an ear because it should be. Because it's a lion dag nabbit. Okay, I'll go this way. No, it's always easier to come from the point, but it's always easier to go down with my hand, so it's tough. Oh, that would have worked if I pressed a little harder. Come on, baby. Not quite. There we go. That'll do it. And the rest of these will be easy. And once again, put a little ear dink. Dink. Welcome to the ear dink. My name's Lion Helmet. I'll be your server. Okay. You know what? That is convex when it should be concave, or vice versa. That's better. And do a little eraser cleanup. Kook DeVille. Alright, that all looks good. We can move down a little bit. And then we'll put in these lines. These lions. I think I hurt myself with that one. It's a bungaroo. This is my favorite song he does. It's the theme song to Blue Gale. It's a bungaroo, which was a lesser-known 80s mech series, which I have only seen a few episodes of. Didn't know it existed till I was an adult. As a kid, I had fake Transformer knockoffs, one of which was a secondary character called Iron Gear from Zabungaru. And I think, I think later, or one of my friends also had Zabungaru, but they were released in America under a title called Bytrons, and I think there was the only two in the whole series, and it was like Trucks and like Destroyer or something like that. There was no story, nobody knew, what it was here. And years later, I found one at a store, the exact one I had as a kid, which I now have again, and it's not very expensive, it's just cool to have. And then somehow, I found out about this series, which is kind of cool. But I love the theme song. It's super 80s. Airzuki says, "Cuckoo Kachu, I am the walrus." I'm sure he knows the Guaca robot. Yeah, I have the robot emotes because I'm a Gazbot. Right now I'm powered up. Sometimes I'm powered down. Powered up! Blue game. I think what I'll probably do is finish the inks, because it's like 7. I'm gonna have to eat dinner. I think I'm getting close to being done with the inks, so I'll probably finish up the inks and then leave, and then maybe come back and do the colors later tonight. Well, I'll definitely come back and do the colors later tonight. It's more a matter of will I stream that or not. TBD, folks, TBD. To be determined. Hiccuped in the middle of that. To be. I shocked myself. Come on, make it. That'll do it. Sometimes you just gotta make a little mouth noise. That's too big though. And then erase this. That's not connecting. Connect that in. That'll work. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so we need to connect this gem to that jam. That's a little too wide. Yeah, this line on both sides, I didn't quite bring it in enough. Cuckoo Kachu. Oh, I have to erase this part coming off the side. Let's take a look at the big picture. Yeah, that left stripe there is not looking right like the right one is. Or the right, whatever, screen left, screen left. It should be more like that. That's good. And then we erase the connectees. Goodbye, connectees. You're fired from your job. I miss you, connectees. Will you write me? Yeah, that works. Nope. Sikia! Yeah, those will both work. Just going with some little erases. Not to be confused with connectees. And that has to be cut in there because the silver does not continue onto the little chin part. Okie doke. So this is kind of its own piece. Oops. And there we go. Okay. Happy gobos. Just gonna smooth that out a little bit. Yeah. See, I messed it up. Okay. That's not too shabby. Babby shabby. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. Oh, those windows I thought I was opening for people I follow all open to the same exact thing. Why? HyperRPG, open a new tab. Alright, I'm doing something wrong here, I think. Oh no, that was working. Yeah, I did something wrong before. Alright, let me reopen these tabs real quick. Sorry. Oh, the Guaca. Get him too.